I want to talk to you about what you learn after you know it all. Hello, I'm Eddie Lawrence, and here's today's devotional thought. Proverbs 11:2. When pride comes, then comes shame. With the humble is wisdom. You know, in my teenage years, I learned about what you learn after you think you know it all. As a matter of fact, in my principal's office in the high school I attended, I was called in to see him, and it resulted in the Board of Education being applied to my seat of learning. And when I walked out of the office, I looked, and there was a little sign over his door. It says, "It is what you learn after you know it all that counts." That made a whole lot of sense to me in those moments. Sometimes we just think we know more than we actually know. And the Bible says when pride comes, then comes shame, following in the wake of our prideful acts. Those things that fall apart because we think we know more than other people know, or we think we know better than God, and so forth. Thinking too highly of ourselves, more than we ought to think, being haughty, being arrogant, being prideful. Well, shame follows in the wake of that kind of living and thinking and behaving. But the rest of that verse is what I want to talk about. With the humble is wisdom. There's something about saying, "I don't know." Sometimes people ask you a question. If you don't know the answer, then "I don't know" is your answer. And sometimes it's hard for us to admit that there's a limitation on what we can do and can't do, what we know and what we don't know. Well, we all know that's just the truth. I mean, no one knows everything, only God. But yet, our pride can deceive us, and our pride can cause us to be what I call balloon-headed. But when pride comes, then comes shame. With the humble is wisdom. There's something about humbling ourselves before God and men. "I don't know." Tell me what you know about that. Going before the Lord. "Lord, I'm in a bind here. I've got to have some knowledge. I've got to have some wisdom. I need an answer. Help me, Lord. Be gracious to me. I ask for your mercy. Help me in this situation." When we humble ourselves, the New Testament teaches that's when grace shows up. When humility opens the door, grace steps in. With the humble, there is wisdom. So, to sum up what I'm saying is, sometimes we just need to humble ourselves before God and say, "God, I'm ignorant here. Help me. Help me. Help me. Forgive me for being prideful. Help me. Help me see the way through this situation." With the humble is wisdom. Your pride will get you in more trouble than you can ever get out of. But your humility will open the door, and God will show up, and there's nothing my God can't do. Say that with me. There's nothing that my God can't do. Now, of course, he's not going to sin. He won't do that. But the things that need to be done that he wants to accomplish, no limitation on that. With him, all things are possible. God bless you. Thank you for liking, commenting, and sharing on the post. And I appreciate your prayers. And let's all remember, with the humble, there is wisdom.